Hello there. How are you guys doing today? So, I'm playing another game for the Premier League here. I'm going first. Let's see. Exciting moment. Ooh. Okay. It's a mix. So the Eastern Bluebird. Not good for beginning. An expensive bird in the grassland, definitely not what you want to see in your starting hand because um, you really want to develop your forest and wetland in the beginning to develop your food engine and your card draw engine. Heron, another bird that's just not great in the beginning. In order to play two birds in the beginning, you need at least one egg. So um, it just it just it just take a few turns to set up. So the Hinga, two fish. Yep, any bird that takes double food of the same type is going to be hard to play. So the really good option that I'm seeing here is my Carolina Wren. Right, the bonus we have ground nest, birds in the forest. Okay, that's good. Eggs in wetland and set of eggs. So not very specific for nest type. Bonus card. Oof. Two that I don't really like a lot. The breeding manager or the backyard birder. So the Carolina Wren is good for both. Let's see what's in the tray since I'm going first. Oh look, I got the Raven. Alright, that changes everything. So this is really good. So I can use the Wren to pick up the Raven, so that's really efficient. In that case, for my bonus card, I'm thinking I should go for the breeding manager. Because if I have the Raven, I'll likely not going to play birds that worth less than 4 points. I'll probably be playing big birds. So yeah. Yeah, this is a really nice setup. So I can use the Wren to pick up the Raven, and then I'll play the Raven right away. Okay. Yep, even though I have a bad starting hand, but the Raven definitely make up for it. So do I want to pick up the Hummingbird? The Hummingbird is not bad because I can play it in the wetland, and I need birds in the wetland to draw a card. So I think either the Raven or the Common Loon. So the Common Loon is 6 point. And the Raven, or the Hummingbird, I'll be giving my opponent food. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And yeah, I think the Common Loon might not be a bad idea, especially for the first round bonus. We have a ground nest. So the Common Loon is a pretty good choice here. So yeah, the first few turn, I'm gonna play the Wren, pick up the Raven and the Loon, play the Raven, lay eggs to gain food to play the Loon. So yeah, it will be a pretty smooth sequence here for the first few turns. Yeah, this with the Wren in the starting hand and the Raven in the tray is as good as having the Raven in your starting hand. Um, because you will always have to play another bird other than the Raven anyway. Um, so by doing this, I can kind of kill two birds in one stone. So the Raven only take egg from another bird's. So ideally you want to play a bird that only costs one food, um, so that after you play the raven, you lay eggs, you can lay it on the other bird and use that egg to turn them into food. Yeah, that one bird in the wetland would be really nice too, because yeah, you need to draw a card using the wetland, so having birds in the wetland is gonna be key for playing the raven. Yeah, my opponent is spending some time here. They probably noticed that there's a raven in the tray. Um, so, alright. Going with my plan here, picking up the raven and the loon. The magpie and the grackle. I always say the crackle is the common grackle. Yeah, not especially attractive to me. The magpie does have a star nest, but unfortunately, this end of round goals with this game it's just not very nest specific. So star nest just doesn't worth as much point. Um, I think the hummingbird is a good pickup for my opponent here. Um, Yeah, it's a good counter for Raven because if you think about it, like your opponent is going to have an easy time picking up food using the Raven anyway. So by activating the Hummingbird, um, you're just giving them more food. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a very good benefit for your opponent to get free food, but it kind of reduces their value of their Raven. And at the same time, if it helps you to gain food, you are kind of catching up, so you don't have to spend time gaining food in the forest. So yeah, I think the hummingbirds is a good counter for the Raven. Ooh, look at this. I think the dove. Um, the dove is a good one to pick up because it will feed my Raven. So I think I'm gonna pick up the dove here. So a drawn bird. Okay. Play the Raven. They drawn the gull. Um, the ringbill gull, something that has a ground nest. And it has 2 space for eggs, so potentially they might win the first round bonus if they focus on playing that. In my case, I think I should play the dove first. It's also helped that the dove has a lot of space for eggs, so potentially I can score at least 2 points from breeding manager in this game, so that wasn't too bad. Okay. So to play the woodpecker to get a bonus card, nice one. So pick a grain and a fish. So yeah, eggs in the wetland. That's gonna be hard for me to score. Unless I play the dove in the wetland. But I really kind of want to play in the grassland because I'll be laying eggs a lot and having additional eggs. It's nice to feed my raven. Also, I have quite a huge capacity for eggs, so not huge, but big. Okay, they have a star nest. So yeah, I think likely they're gonna win the first round bonus. They haven't played their hummingbird yet. They drew a few birds. So they have the hummingbird, they also have the gull, the ringbill gull. Um, They don't need more food. I must say this is a really hard game for them to play because look at the bird feeder. It hasn't been touched since, and it only has rodent and cherry. And I'm not gonna pick food from the forest using the forest, so they're gonna have a hard time trying to turn over the bird feeder. That's why I think playing the hummingbird is really gonna be the key here. Yeah, that's another thing about the Raven, especially in two-player games. It's really it's really a disadvantage. Like it's a really huge advantage for whoever played the Raven in a two-player game because your opponent is really gonna have a hard time turning over the bird feeder, and we all know sometimes the bird feeder um, just terrible. Really, I can pick up the owl, but I want to do it after I play the common loons so that I can pick up additional cards. So let's see. Okay, I have to lay it on here. Discard 1 egg. In that case, I'll pick 2 rodent. How about that? Unlikely my opponent is going to pick up more bird because they already spent quite a few turns picking up birds. So here's the dilemma. Do I want to play the common loon and then pick up the owl? Or do I want to lay eggs in the common loon to score really just 1 point for the first end of round goal? Because they have a star nest. So we'll see. Let's play the loon. Really like the owl for additional bonus card. And I'll get more cards using the common loon. Alright. So the lay eggs, so yeah, they're gonna win the first round bonus. And really 1 point, maybe not worth it to compete for that. I think the spotted owl is a really good one to pick up in this situation here. I'm not even gonna spend the egg because, oh, look at this. The kingbird. The eastern kingbird. I might play it in the wetland to help me to draw more cards. Yeah. But really though, if I play it in the wetland, I'm not gonna gain advantage by activating the loon. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'll play the owl and see what bonus card that I got. If the kingbird is relevant, then maybe I'll play the kingbird. So let's see. Yeah, the spotted owl also helped me with the second round bonus, which is birds in the forest. So really what I'm hoping to see is a birds with a lot of net eggs capacity in the wetland. So I'm thinking the king rail would be a really good one. So the king rail give me bonus card, and I think it has 5 spaces for eggs. Alright, another hummingbird. Really, to counter the raven, playing 2 hummingbird might not be a bad idea. What do you guys think? So if you play 2 hummingbirds in the grassland, so you are also gaining 2 food by activating the grassland. That's kind of equivalent to the raven, and you don't have to spend eggs. So the raven have to spend 1 egg to get 2 food. But if you play 2 hummingbird, um, you don't have to spend egg, and you get 2 food. And really, the only thing is you're giving your opponent 2 food. But like I say, even if you don't give them that food, they can easily gain those food using the raven anyway by spending 1 egg. So what do you guys think? I think 2 hummingbird might not be a bad counter to the raven. Yeah, let me know. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are on that. They did pick up the hummingbird, so it might be what they're going for. 2 hummingbird in the grassland. And yeah, I would really like to see that, how that play out. If that's a good counter to the raven. I really think it is. Again, 2 food, giving your opponent 2 food. Yeah. Because you're making more points by not having to spend turn um, picking food from the bird feeder. So the cardinal is nice because it has 5 spots for eggs. So yeah, but I really don't think it's worth it. There is a running competition now, kind of unofficially in the tournament Discord to see who can score the most points from breeding manager. I think the record right now is 7 points. So that's really impressive. So you have to place 7 birds with at least 4 space for eggs, and you have to lay tons of eggs to fill those up. 7 times 4, that's 28 eggs. So you gotta also really make sure you have a robust engine in the grassland as well. So yeah, that was really impressive. Oh, look at this, the Uloges, of course. How can I miss that? Yeah, so now the question is, do I want to play the Eastern Kingbird? I think they're gonna play the Hummingbird. Okay, they did. So they're gonna be giving me food. So yeah, maybe play the Kingbird. So if I play the Kingbird, I'll be drawing 2 cards. But right now I'm drawing 2 cards too, without giving my opponent 1 additional card. Yeah, since I have the Uloges, yeah, might as well. Or I can also play in the forest to try to win this bonus, but I think it's fine to play in the wetland. I don't know if it was a really optimum play to play the Kingbird. It was just more of a satisfactory feeling to play birds from your hand. I think that's the pitfall sometime in the game. Um, when you have birds in the hand and you have the resource, you just have this urge, or at least I do, to play the bird because you just feel good to play the bird on the board. Um, but I really think, most of the time you have to kind of consider um, whether you really want to play that birds or not. You know, um, for example, just now, it really doesn't matter if I play the kingbird. In fact, playing the kingbird is 2 points. So that's only a 1 point gain. And it doesn't really help me with my action. Because without playing the Kingbird, I can still be drawing 2 cards, so sure, I'll take the rodent here. Yeah. Now that I talk about it, I feel like playing the Kingbird was a bad idea. For 1 point. I could have been playing better birds. Look, the Woodpecker. Okay. 7 points. That's better. I'm not gonna activate this. Oh, another birds that can score from the breeding manager, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, after talking it out, I do realize it was not a very good idea to play the Kingbird. It just wasn't for 1 point. And I don't really need that much food. Like they're giving me free food from their hummingbird, so those additional grub from the kingbird is negligible. But I'm pretty happy to pick up this purple Gallinule because I can scroll from breeding manager and it has good egg capacity that helped me to win the 3rd round bonus. Alright, I play the Ringbell Goal. Nice. Yeah. Trying to fill up this. Yeah, really should have played the Kingbird. Yeah, you always want to be careful of things twice. When you play a bird that has low points, for example, the dove makes sense because I'll be gaining eggs quite a bit and feed them to Raven. So if we just look at the number of times that I'll activate the dove, I think it was totally worth it. But for the Kingbird, I'm really only gaining 1 point after spending an egg, and the free grub that I potentially can be gaining is not that relevant because, as you can see here, I'm gaining quite a bit of food from them activating the hummingbird. And okay, what do I want here? Maybe another cherry. Now let's pick the rodent. And they occupy 1 space in the wetland. That means if I want to play more birds in the wetland, it's gonna be more expensive. Yep, the rodent. Spend 1 X. So yeah, misplay with the kingbird there. There's only 1 turn left. Are they going to play a bird in the forest? Yeah, I'm not going to make it. Yep. So they can play 1 more bird in the forest and we'll tie for the 2nd round, but 2nd round end of round goal. So yep, they did. They played a crackle. I got a grub. And really I can play the woodpecker to score the bonus. So let's see. 31 the first. Maybe I should play it. I'll go back to my board here. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Especially with the number of food that they're giving me. So to play the woodpecker, I gain 3 points lead instead of them having 3 points leads on me. I think that was a good play. to play the woodpecker. Well, I guess now I need to take my words back. Really, if I didn't play the kingbird, I wouldn't have enough food to play the woodpecker. But really, if I didn't play the kingbird, I would have 1 extra turn. So yeah, it's hard to say. The mockingbird and the woodstock both very good. Both birds that I want to play. And the mockingbird also have 4 spots for eggs. So spend 1 egg. To pick up the flycatcher. 8 points, you know, why not? All player draw from deck, sure. The falcon, okay. Yep, not activating this. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Good birds showing up. So yeah, what the sequence to play here? So I can play the mockingbird first, right? So that helped me to either gain additional food so I can repeat the raven, or I can repeat the dove to gain more eggs. Yeah, I want to play all this bird. The falcon is nice. It's a nice hunting bird. I only have 5 more turns. Well, the woodstock for sure. I think yeah, let's try to play the mockingbird. Again, my opponent might be giving me free food to play a lot of this bird here, so since they're using their hummingbird to gain food, which is really smart. Well, I'll let you guys judge. Is it a good move to play to activate the 2 hummingbirds to counter a raven? I'm leaning yes. I'm not saying it's a winning strategy, but I think it gives you the best fighting chance. So let me know. So that's each of every kind, so that should be food that they want. Oh, the game for using forest. Okay. So I think I'll do the mockingbird first. I think these are all the birds that I want to play. I don't think I'll be picking up more birds. So play the mockingbird. And then what do I want to play next? I think the falcon, so I can gain points. And then I play the scissor flycatcher, so they can use the grub to play the woodstock. Yeah, I think that might be the sequence there. Alright, free food, always welcome. So I think the rodent. Alright, that's good. So I can play both the mockingbird and the falcon. Yeah, I want to make sure I lay enough eggs in the mockingbird, the wren. Yep, I think I should be able to do that. And I'm very well set up for the last round set of eggs too. Yeah, and third round is looking pretty good for me right now. Yeah, 4 points. Like, if everything goes well, I'll score 4 points from the breeding manager, which is not a regular occurrence. Um, it just worked out this time. Nothing to brag about compared to what other people are achieving with 7 points. Oh, the cranes. So they got 2 bonus cards now. So definitely feeling some pressure here. So they have 5 spots for eggs. So I think I'm still winning for the third round bonus. When I use the mockingbird, should I try to copy the raven and gain food or dove? I'm thinking I should focus on gaining points instead of gaining food, because I have a feeling my opponent will still activate the hummingbird for a few turns, maybe 1 or 2, so I'll gain some food from my opponent to play my birds. So alright, I drew some birds here. So yeah, so I'm gambling on the fact that my opponent will give me food. Okay, drawn bird. I think I'll have to lay eggs. Let's see. Alright, good hunt. Yeah, I'll copy the laying egg. I'll spend 1 egg for maybe 2 grub. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe if they activate the hummingbird, I can pick up the cherry, then I can play the scissortail flycatcher. Oh yeah, the food that they can, if they give me extra food, I can also turn those food into points too. Yeah. And if I run out of space for eggs, I can use the mockingbird to hunt. Oh look, there you go, my cherry that I needed. Okay, 1 more food. So I need either the fish or the rodent. I guess it doesn't matter. What do they have? They have the fish. I guess I'll pick up the rodent. Alright, they lay eggs, so I'll play the flycatcher. To play the woodstock, I still need a fish and the wild, so I can potentially use the grub from the flycatcher to play the woodstock. So I can turn a food into point, into an egg, and then that egg, when I use the raven, I can turn it into 2 food. What do you guys think? I think it might be better for me to spend the food for points here, right? Because here food is worth a point. I can turn that food into 2 more points. I might be getting ahead of myself here, but essentially I can turn a food into 2 food using the raven. Might not be a bad idea. Or I can use the mockingbird to copy the flycatcher to gain more grub. But again, I have a feeling my opponent is going to give me more food, so I shouldn't be worried about food. Alright, the pipit, more bonus card. But too bad my grassland is full. Okay. So to make sure I score from the breeding manager and the oologes and the last round bonus, so I need to lay a lot of eggs. So I have 4 turns to activate the grassland. 1 turn to play the Woodstock. Gain food again, hopefully using the hummingbirds. That will help me a lot. They did? Okay. And then they pick. What should I pick? Maybe I'll play the rodent. So hopefully they pick up the grub so that I can turn over and pick up a fish. Oh, they let me go first again. In that case, I'll take the grain, I guess. Yeah, I'm definitely turning this food into points. And I'm not gonna use my raven to gain food until I have to. Alright. Lay eggs. I'm gonna do the same. Turn a rodent into eggs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Gain a grub. Hunt. Oops. Yeah, I can repeat this. And skip that for now. So really hoping they'll activate the hummingbirds 1 more time. But maybe unlikely because they already have quite a bit of food. That should be enough food for them to play all the birds that they want to play. But yeah, I won't use my raven to gain food until the very last minute that I need to play the Woodstock. And really, is playing the Woodstock going to score me more points? Let's see. So if I lay eggs, so it's 5, 6, 7. It's 7 points. There's also the question whether I have enough spots for all those eggs. So say if I lay eggs 4 turns, that's 20 eggs. Yeah, I don't have enough spots for all the eggs. So yeah, I think it is still worth it to play the Woodstock. That's 4 points, but I can potentially gain some bonus card that can help me score more points. Gotta be very careful with how I distribute my eggs here. I can't keep repeating the dove because I'm gonna run out and yeah, I will lay eggs at least 3 more times. So I think it's time to retire the dove and use the mockingbird to repeat the falcon for hunting. Alright. What did they do? Yep. Oh, they play only 1 bird. Okay. Maybe to score bonus? I'm not sure. Still turning this food into eggs, so okay. Need to lay eggs in each of this bird. Get a grub, sure. Alright, good hunt. Good hunt. Lay eggs. I think I can skip 1 more time. So yep, they can have 4 sets. So I think I'm pretty set for the last end of round goal here. Let's see. Play the Sandhill Crane. So now they can have 5 sets. Okay. Still going with plan here. Okay. Get a grub. Good hunt. Good hunt again. Yep. I'll skip 1 more time. And if they don't give me more food, then I'll have to use the raven next time to get a fish to play the woodstock. But I think they might activate the hummingbird because I'm thinking they're laying eggs and then they tuck the grain. They might want another grain to tuck under the crane. Yep, I have just enough spots for all the eggs, but I'll be spending one. Spend more when they lay eggs and they did not activate the hummingbird. So that means... Alright, so I need one more food to play the woodstock. I can use the food from the flycatcher. I know it's kind of minor points now, but let's try to figure out what's the best way to do this. So I want to lay eggs, so I need to gain one food. So I can spend one food to gain this egg, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'll just spend this egg and then use the raven to gain the food that I need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'll take a grub. Oops. Repeat hunting. Alright, good. Lay an egg. And then spend one egg to gain a fish. Yeah. I don't know. I have some leftover food. Not quite happy with that, but maybe that was a better play. Did you guys see it? Well, let me know. I think, yeah, there might be a better play that saved me 1 point or 2 points, but I just don't see it. Kind of exciting to see what bonus card I'm gonna get from the woodstock. Alright, they lay eggs. Oh, the platform builder. Yep, pretty good one. 4 points. I'll take it. Alright, let's look at this. Am I going to break my personal best here, which is 121 points? And it has stayed 121 for a long time. I haven't really get a good luck with breaking my personal best here, so we'll see. Alright, quite good lead. 117! I'm still happy. I always hover around 120 points. So yet to break my personal best here, but yeah, overall pretty nice. It is nice to play the Raven, and I applaud my opponent here for putting up a good fight. Because really it's really hard to play against the Raven, especially in a two players game. You can see how much they struggle with getting food from the bird feeder in the beginning. And yeah, it's really interesting. They play two hummingbird in the grassland. I thought it's a pretty good counter to a Raven. Again, let me know. What do you think? Is that a good counter? Is it not? Yeah, just let me know your thoughts. In any case, that was the game. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.